Have you ever found yourself in a situation that when something happened, you gave it a label? You said it was good or bad, only later to discover it wasn't. There was some kind of meaning to all of this. So let's quickly talk about this and where it lets you go or don't go and how you can fix it. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Create with Claire. Today, we are talking about labels, the things we put on things, events, and people as things unfold in our life. Now, if you can really think about this, and if you can really work on this, your life can and will change overnight. I used to be a person that immediately labeled, immediately put something like this is good, this is bad, and immediately thought about something in a certain way. As time developed and I went through my whole mindset change and transformation change in life, I realized that this was something that was actually hindering my progress. Let me give you an example. Let's say somebody says to you, somebody's going to come and visit. Let's say your partner says somebody's going to come and visit and they're staying the weekend, but you particularly don't like these people. What would you say? Is it good? Or would you immediately think that is bad? Now, we tend to do this with everything around us. We go, good, bad, good, bad, good, bad. However, there is this old tale, and let's quickly go through this so you can kind of get an understanding. There once, and I forget where it comes from, I've heard it from quite a few people, but there once was this farmer, and he was very poor who lived with his son. They in turn had the farm, and he decided he needed to become his own boss to start making money because they were really battling, and what they were doing obviously wasn't working. So he loaned a lot of money, and with that, he bought himself a horse. And this stallion was supposed to help him with many things because he already had a mare, and they, with the stallion, were then going to produce babies and become farm horses and racing horses and prize horses and whatever, and they were going to make money. However, when the neighbors came, they were like, oh, that's fantastic. You're going to be an entrepreneur and well done. You're so fortunate. And he said, good, bad, who knows? Anyway, that night, the stallion takes there was a latch on the door. He kicks it and he escapes. The next day, the neighbors come and say, well, you haven't even paid off your horse. That's bad fortune. Like, now what are you going to do? You owe all these people money. You know, that's quite unfortunate for you. Like, you seem to be a disappointment. And he went, good, bad, who knows? And later, the horse comes, joins a group of wild horses. And as it joins the wild horses, he managed to capture all the horses, has the lock fixed, and now he has many horses. And again, the neighbors come and, oh, you're so fortunate. This is so great. You got all these horses. You're going to make a fortune. It's so wonderful. And he goes, and this is so brilliant. And he goes, good, bad, who knows? Later, his son is riding one of these horses, and the horse throws him off. And he falls, the horse tramples on his leg, breaks his leg, and his leg grows back crooked. Again, the neighbors are like, this is so terrible. He's never going to find a wife. He won't be able to work. So unfortunate. It's so bad. And he goes, good, bad, who knows? And so this carries on. But later, the country goes to war. The king declares he's going to send all the men to war. They come around to get all the men. Yet now the son gets to stay because of the crooked leg. And again, everybody's crying, going, you're so lucky. Your son is there with you, and we don't even know if we'll ever see our sons again. And again, he goes, good, bad, who knows? The moral of the story is, we can carry on with the story forever. The moral of the story is, whatever you decide is how you predict and how you end up with the outcome in your life. So if you think something is bad, take to when you're going to go and find all the bad that accompanies that bad. If you think nothing of it, or if you think good about it, you're going to find circumstances in that good that is going to help you. So for today, I want you to try this. Just label what you're labeling. So next time you go, oh, this is so good, or this is so bad, I want you just to note down what you're saying is good and bad. And what it's going to show you is how quickly we judge, how quickly we decide something is good and bad. Because if you just look back at that story and you see all the good that came from all the bad, can you see there was actually a higher purpose to this in the story and where it went? And so our life is. But we have the ability to decide now if this is good or bad. Because if it's bad, what you're going to find is everything unfolding thereafter, you're only going to notice the bad because initially you labeled it as the bad. Go back to friends coming over the weekend that you weren't expecting and you didn't want, but yet they could have visited and opened a great possibility or start a business with you or something that was really good. Could have come from that, but yet you labeled it bad. If they pick up that bad vibe from you, do you think they're going to share that with you? They're not going to. People pick up on that vibration. You felt it before. You felt it when things haven't been great with somebody else. You just pick it up. And that's what I want you to think of. So next time, once you label and you kind of start seeing how often you label, what I want you to do the next time when something happens is just sit quietly and go, is this good? Or is this bad? What is good about this? What is bad about this? What could be good from this? And what happens is when you start changing your mind about a situation, you start giving it a little bit more thought, all of a sudden your life starts to change. You start seeing opportunities. You start seeing things differently. You start thinking about things in a different way. And that is how transformation happens. It starts within. You hear me say this often. So if you like this video, want to see more, subscribe, comment, let us know what you're thinking. What are some of the things you're labeling? Let's see what's going on inside you. Let's start opening a party and like, I labeled this, I labeled that. Let's see what comes up. That'd be great to hear from all of you. And until the next time, have an awesome day.